everyone, how's it going? I want to talk about something that has been all of the buzz, pretty much all over, social media, Reddit, pretty much everywhere, and that is night maps. There's all of a sudden this like huge push, maybe over the last few months and stuff like that, of people really, really, really wanting night maps back for some reason. For the record, I didn't really like them that much, but in this video, we'll go over why people want them, how they could potentially work if they came back, and my opinions of why I didn't like them originally, and I don't think they should necessarily come back. Once again, if you don't know and never watched my videos before, I'm KingGeorge. Won the first Rainbow Six Invitational, been champion pretty much every season. I now stream on Twitch every day and post content pretty much everywhere. I also have a charm in Rainbow Six Siege if you want to get that, so just check the description for all that information. Also, if you could drop a like and a sub and comment, those things all help with the YouTube algorithm. And if you drop any comments, I will make sure to pretty much respond to every single one of them. I'm pretty good about that, about getting like basically every single one. So yeah, it's been pretty controversial, I guess, lately, but I would almost say it's not controversial, basically, on the amount of people who talk about and really want night maps to come back. I was not a fan of them, like I said, when they were out, and I guess let's dive into it. Just really quickly though, a quick shout out from the sponsor of the video today, Stamps.com. Shout out and thank you to Stamps.com for sponsoring today's video. Set your business up for success when you go to Stamps.com/KingGeorge, and there's a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a free digital scale. There's also no long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com/KingGeorge or check the link in the description. I've used Stamps.com for years and stuff now. Obviously, if you've ever gotten stuff from my charity streams and stuff, when I do that, I actually use Stamps.com to do the shipping out. So obviously check them out. They save you a bunch of money. They don't just sell stamps. They did huge discounts on USPS and UPS up to 84% off. You could do everything from your house. All you need is a computer and a printer. They're even giving you a free scale through this offer. So basically, you weigh it up, package everything up, print the labels, slap it on, and you could even set it to get picked up right from your front door. And it even connects with every major marketplace and shopping cart, so if you sell products online. And they're not some like fly-by-night company. For the past 25 years, they've served over 1 million businesses. So you can get all access to the USPS and UPS services you need right from your computer anytime, any day. No lines, no traffic, no waiting. And it'll always give you the automatically tell you your cheapest and fastest shipping options. Thank you to Stamps.com. Make sure you check that link in the description, Stamps.com/KingGeorge. All right, thank you to Stamps.com for that. So yeah, let's talk about night maps. Why do people want them? So obviously there's, like I said, there's this huge push all over the internet pretty much for Rainbow Six community to bring night maps back. Obviously at the end of the day, this is a video game, right? Rainbow Six Siege is a video game, and what is the point of a video game? It's to have fun, right? I know that might be kind of sound kind of funny, playing Rainbow Six and having fun, but no, seriously, I mean, I still enjoy this game very much, and so do a lot of other people. And they find night maps to be something that could potentially be really fun. And I think they kind of look back to it, and too, like there's nostalgia of like, oh, I remember having a lot of fun on night maps and all this kind of stuff, so they should bring them back, right? So people kind of think about that. Obviously, they look kind of cool, right? I mean, everyone's seen the nighting effects of like old Clubhouse and Coastline. They do look cool. I will give you that. Visually, they are very aesthetically pleasing, I will say. Other people are saying the variety and stuff helps as well. I will say that it seems like over the years that the Rainbow Six team has kind of like removed features and things out of the game. And it seems like we basically like lose stuff in Siege more than gain stuff. Obviously, overall, we still gain more stuff, like practically speaking. But what people believe, I guess we'll call it that. But yeah, also there's like a lot of older players. Obviously, you're in for them back, but there's a lot of newer players that see the pictures and want them back as well. I've also heard the argument, hey, just throw it in casual. It's not like as big of a deal, right? Like, it'll be fine. Don't put it in ranked, unranked. And then people, you get rid of that side of people who like don't like the night maps because visually they were like hard to spot enemies and stuff like that out. And I've also heard the argument as well, which was something that actually made a pretty good amount of sense, is the newer lighting system that they've implemented in the game since night maps were out. That's actually the reason night maps got knocked out, or one of the reasons, at least I believe, is if you look at the new favela, you could do a night map that's kind of like that, where like it's technically a night map, but not really. Something like that could work. I think the biggest thing is, so those are the kind of the reasons why people want them, and this is how it could maybe work for me. So once again, I did not like night maps, but here's how it could potentially work for me. As long as it's never in ranked and probably unranked too, I'm okay with it. Really, I don't play casual, and if I did, I don't really care if there's a night map, and if it makes people happy. Once again, that's the point of the game, is to make people happy, make people enjoy the game, right? One of the funniest things was I saw somebody posted this on Twitter, where someone's like, "Hey, you could see Ayana when night maps." To be fair, it is actually ridiculous how terrible it is visually to see Ayana's hair. I posted, actually, this is kind of a random tangent. I posted a meme on like Twitter at one point of Ayana, and I, colored her hair on her operator icon, and people thought that her logo was an egg for a long time. So that was a whole nother thing. I don't know how people saw an egg. Sorry, just went off on a little tangent. A lot of people may not remember this because they did not play like old Siege, but in the old lighting system, something that I really want back in the current lighting system is on night maps. You had this ring light around people. It almost looked like they were covered in like a Vaseline and they were like shiny. If they brought that back, they did put a ring light in the game, but it's not very effective. I would like to see it be more aggressive, personally, like it was on those old night maps. And if they brought that back, that could kind of work. Okay, so now that we went over all these like positives, everyone's like, "Hey, he's on my side. Yes, night maps." Okay, let's talk about why they shouldn't actually come back now. Overall, okay, the big one, at least that I kind of think, right, is people are just looking toward nostalgia. As someone who actually played the game a lot at a high level, night maps were literally terrible. They were horrific to play. Every time you got a night map and when you were playing ranked, it was just like this like overwhelming like sense of like, I have to play this for the next like 45 minutes. This is like terrible. And I think a lot of people just want nostalgia, and they were not very good at the game back then, and they just kind of remember that as like, oh, that was a good time. I played well back then and had more fun playing the game and stuff like that. And I think they'll always look back to those things. And people also will just nonstop like harp on something until they get it, even if it's not a good idea. Bartlett University. Right. I mean, there's a huge push online for that too, and we saw how that turned out. And, yeah. A lot of people, as there is like a pretty big push for people that do want night maps back, there's a lot more people. Like back in the day, people were like, did not want night maps. It was not a popular thing to want night maps back. It was a small group of people that liked them. Most people didn't, hence why they were removed. But yeah, there's this huge push, like I said, of people having like rose-tinted glasses on a lot of old things in Siege and wanting them back and stuff. And someone posted a video of a funny moment, and it was on a night map and whatever, and they think like they remember back to a time where they had a lot of fun playing them, and they think that that's what they need these days to basically make it better, right? Also, there was a lot more baiters with night maps and stuff like that because they had an advantage sitting outside. That one's not as big of a deal. People that are going to bait are going to bait, but it was a point that people did bring up as well. One big thing is, to my knowledge, it took a lot of extra dev time. So basically, they had to remake the lighting for the entire map twice. So they used to have to make a daytime map and a nighttime map, which like basically doubled the dev time on the map, which is obviously bad, right? You don't want to have that much. You don't want to have that much dev time sitting out on that type of thing and wasting time that the devs could be doing with other things. Once again, if it makes people really happy, hey, I guess Ubisoft does make a lot of money. Hire some more devs, right? But yeah, that's kind of my comments, and thoughts on the whole thing. Let me know what you guys think. Overall, I don't think that they should come back, but as long as they came back and just casual, I wouldn't be too mad about it. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure, again, like, sub, any comments that you have below. If you agree, disagree with me, whatever it is, let me know. We'll have those discussions in the comments. And once again, thank you to Stamps.com for sponsoring this video. If you guys go check them out, they're pretty awesome. Like I said, I've been using them for a minute. Check out all the socials. I stream on Twitch daily, and I do have a charm in Rainbow Six Siege. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.